Browning Buck Mark against the Ruger Mark IV. Let's go. Two iconic air guns, both made by Umarex. They're really similar, but yet a little bit different. What I'm going to do right now is cut away. I'll do a quick specs rundown. Then we'll get into some testing, and then I'll come back here and give you some thoughts. Looking at an 8-pound trigger pull on the Buck Mark. Almost at maximum, which is probably about 9 or 10-pound trigger pull. Going to shoot a 5-shot string with the Buck Mark. We're using the Crosman Premier. They're the hollow points. There's 7.9 grain. We're going to do a 5-shot string. Ruger Mark IV. Target's about 10 yards away, using the Buckmaster, using the same Crosman Premier hollow points. They're 7.9 grain. They're affordable. I really like these pellets. Now the trigger pull on both these pellet guns is crazy hard. What I'm shooting is 6 o'clock hold, like the old fixed sight revolvers from back in the day. And from 10 yards, it looks like the Buckmaster is grouping really well. Had one where I pulled it just a little bit. Have a fresh target downrange. Gonna try the Mark IV. Let's go. So it's shooting about 8 o'clock. I'm holding same hold, 6 o'clock hold, right under the bullseye. Right now I just want to see how it's going to group. Flyer. I can really tell the difference in trigger pull on the Mark IV compared to the Buckmaster. This one's way harder. And the 5th shot. So not a bad group. I had that one flyer. Let's break down both these air guns. Let's talk about the front sights. The Buck Mark has a bladed fixed sight. The Ruger Mark IV has a fixed sight, but it's a fiber optic fixed sight. I didn't see a distinct advantage of the fiber optic over the traditional bladed. Let's talk about trigger pull. The Buck Mark had a trigger pull of around 8 pounds, whereas the Ruger was somewhere in the high 9s, 10s. It was hard to tell because it was off the chart. For me, both of those trigger pulls are unacceptable. I understand that a lot of kids are going to be using these style of air guns, but if you had a trigger pull around at least 5 pounds or the ability to make it adjustable, that would go a long way. Both these air guns have side lever safeties, and every time you cock them before you fire the air gun, you're going to have to take the safety off. I think that's acceptable for these style of air guns, especially with adolescents going to be shooting them. Cocking effort, the Buck Mark listed at 19.8 pounds and the Ruger listed at 18 pounds. You have a spring in there that you're compressing, and if you're trying to get any sort of feet per second out of these air guns, there's going to be some resistance when you're cocking it. I found that for this style of air gun and the power plant that's in there, that was acceptable on both these. So you folks are dying to know what my thoughts are on both these air guns. One, they're both really affordable. They're under $55. So anybody out there that's looking to get into the game of break barrel Springer air pistols can do that. The ammunition's affordable. 177s are accessible everywhere, and you can buy 10s of 500 for under $10. No problem at all. The fit, finish, and feel of both these air guns was outstanding. They both look identical to the actual powder burner models. So if you're looking to have something that is going to give you the same muscle memory and is affordable to shoot, like I said earlier, in your basement, in your backyard, these are viable options. The only takeaway on this is the trigger pull on both these air guns, like I talked about earlier. The trigger pull is just atrocious, and there's ways to do that. I'm not going to talk about it on this channel. I'll leave a link in the video description below. If you own one of these air guns, there's a channel out there that has done some mods that may be able to help you. I'm going to break it down. Out of the two, the Buck Mark or the Ruger, who do I feel won? I think it is a draw in this fight. I think that they're both really good air guns that would be just a pleasure to use in just about any situation. What's your thoughts? I want to hear it. Leave a comment down below. What you feel is a pro and is a con on both these air guns, and what you feel is a proven winner. So with that, this is John with the Wingman 115 channel. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.